Marcus Aurelius once said, "Reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears." Have you ever wondered why some people seem to dislike you for reasons you can't understand? Maybe you've walked into a room and felt those judgmental stares, or noticed that someone's tone changes when they speak to you. It can feel frustrating and even confusing to sense this silent negativity, especially when you're just being yourself. Does it feel like no matter how well you treat others, some people still find a reason to judge or even dislike you? While we can't control how others feel about us, we can control how we respond. If you felt this way, you're not alone. Often, people harbor negative feelings that have little to do with anything you've done. Let's break down 7 common reasons why people may secretly resent or dislike you, and how understanding these reasons can bring you peace and clarity. Lesson 1: Envy and jealousy. If you've ever felt people treating you unfairly or even spreading rumors, it might be due to envy or jealousy. When we're doing well, whether in our career, relationships, or personal goals, some people might start to feel threatened or insecure. If we don't recognize this for what it is, it can be easy to feel hurt or even question our own worth, which can drain our energy and confidence. As the philosopher Seneca once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." This reminds us that jealousy often reflects the other person's inner struggle, not something we've done wrong. Their negative feelings usually have more to do with what they want or lack, rather than any real issue with you. Practical advice: don't let someone else's jealousy make you feel smaller or less worthy. Focus on your own growth and avoid getting dragged into comparisons. Be kind, but set boundaries if someone's envy turns into negativity towards you. And remember, stay grounded and proud of your path. It's yours to follow, not to change because of others' feelings. Lesson 2: Misunderstandings and miscommunication. Have you ever had someone misinterpret your words or actions, only to have them hold it against you? Misunderstandings can quickly turn into resentment, especially if they're left unresolved. Without clear communication, small issues can spiral into long-lasting grudges or even hostility, making it hard to build trust or connection with others. Marcus Aurelius once said, "How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it." Misunderstandings can lead people to assume the worst, fueling unnecessary anger or frustration. Often these situations could be prevented with just a bit more clarity or patience in communication. Practical advice: make an effort to be clear with your words and actions, and don't hesitate to clarify if you sense someone may have misunderstood. Be open to listening as well, allowing others to share their side without judgment. By staying calm and honest, you can avoid the pitfalls of miscommunication and build stronger, more trusting relationships. Lesson 3: Differences in core values. Sometimes people dislike us simply because we have different values or beliefs. It might be that your lifestyle choices or outlook challenges their views, making them feel uncomfortable or even defensive. If we don't recognize these differences for what they are, it's easy to take things personally and feel hurt or frustrated by their reactions. As Epictetus said, people are not disturbed by things, but by the view they take of them. This reminds us that differences in perspective are natural. We each bring our own experiences and beliefs to the table. Just because someone disagrees doesn't mean there's anything wrong with us or our values. Practical advice: respectfully hold your ground, but don't feel pressured to change who you are to make others comfortable. Aim to understand and accept that not everyone will share your perspective. By acknowledging these differences calmly, you'll create healthier boundaries and learn to focus on the people who appreciate you for who you are. Lesson 4: Rumors and gossip. Few things feel as unfair as finding out someone has spread false information or rumors about you. Gossip can quickly damage your reputation, leaving you misunderstood or isolated. If we don't handle this with resilience, it's easy to feel angry, bitter, or even question our own character. As the philosopher Socrates once said, "When the debate is lost, slander becomes the tool of the loser." This reminds us that gossip often says more about the person spreading it than it does about us. When people engage in rumors, they are usually projecting their own insecurities or looking for ways to feel better about themselves. Practical advice: stay focused on your truth and let your actions speak for themselves. Avoid engaging with gossip or trying to defend yourself too much. It often fuels the rumor mill. Instead, build connections with people who know your character and can see beyond the noise. In the end, authenticity and consistency will help clear up misunderstandings, while gossip will fade. Lesson 5: Projection of insecurities. Ever notice someone criticizing you for things that don't seem true? Often, this criticism is a reflection of their own insecurities. When people feel dissatisfied with themselves, they may project those feelings onto others. If we don't recognize this, it can make us feel judged or even question ourselves, which can harm our confidence. As the philosopher Seneca once said, "Most powerful is he who has himself in his own power." This means that those who are secure in themselves don't feel the need to bring others down. When people are struggling with their own issues, they may lash out instead of dealing with their internal struggles. Practical advice: don't take these projections to heart. Instead, stay focused on your own growth and self-acceptance. Recognize that other people's criticisms are often more about them than you. Practice self-compassion. And remember that true strength comes from knowing yourself and not letting others' insecurities affect your sense of worth. Lesson 6. Lack of empathy and understanding. Have you ever felt judged by someone who doesn't know the full story? A lack of empathy can cause people to misjudge and hold negative feelings toward others. When people can't put themselves in your shoes, they may assume the worst or view you through a narrow lens. If we don't handle this properly, it can make us feel misunderstood and isolated. As Plato once said, "Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle." This quote reminds us that empathy, trying to see things from others' perspectives, can prevent misunderstandings and unnecessary resentment. When people lack empathy, they often create stories in their minds that may have little to do with reality. Practical advice: don't let others' lack of empathy make you question your choices or feelings. Instead, focus on being compassionate and open-minded yourself, even if others don't offer the same in return. Surround yourself with people who are understanding, and remember that you don't need everyone's approval. By staying true to your values and keeping an open heart, you'll find connections with those who respect and accept you. Lesson 7. Rivalry and competition. Have you ever noticed someone becoming distant or even hostile when you achieve something? Sometimes rivalry and competition bring out negative feelings in others. People may see your progress as a threat to their own, leading to envy or resentment. If we don't manage this well, we can easily get caught up in the negativity, feeling pressured to compete rather than celebrate our own growth. As Lao Tzu said, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." This reminds us that everyone is on their own unique path. True progress is not about surpassing others, but about becoming better than we were yesterday. Practical advice: focus on your personal goals instead of comparing yourself to others. Celebrate your achievements, but don't feel the need to outshine anyone. Support others in their journeys. Too, by lifting others up, you cultivate a positive environment around you. Remember that genuine success is measured by inner growth, not by competing with those around you. Now we are about to end the video. Now it is time to change your life. Write a comment and say that you want to change your life, no matter how difficult it is to change. I will read each of your comment and feature one of the best comment in our channel. If you want a daily dose of unfiltered motivation, subscribe to our channel.